Hey everyone, my name is Couvo. I'm here at Sounds Like NYC Tiny Stage, about to play a couple songs for you, and this song is called When This All Ends. And there were days where we didn't sleep, America rolled by. Sometimes she drove, sometimes me, across the great divide. Well, all she did was tell me truths, one day she never mean. It was like a different life, compressed down to weeks. She called me the foreigner from Manchester, 'cause I had never seen life like this before her and her car driving. Yeah. When this all ends, our dreams bend. We'll have to grow up just like everyone. Please just forget you know me when I was just a kid, lost and stumbling. When this all ends, when this all ends, she says, I got these thoughts of sex and jealousy rolling through my brain. Whoa, I'll never tell, especially you, unless you make me. She had a way of doing this, like she was born to dance away. The brush of her lips, the curve of her hips, and the smile like a switchblade. She called me the foreigner from Manchester, 'cause I had never seen life like this before her and her car driving. Yeah. With these all ends, you'll leave me then and go settle down in some suburban town. Please just forget these things we did when we were still innocent. When this all ends, when this all ends, she says, what am I doing here? All this time and talk, and it's still not clear. And why can't you give me one good reason why you love me? I said, keep your eyes on the road, and please don't look at me so close. When we both know how this goes, I'll be barely her memory, yes. And I'll be barely her memory, yes. I'll be barely her memory, yes. I'll be barely her memory, yes. And I'll be barely her memory. She says, well, I don't even know you, except for the fact you know how to get me mad. So get me mad. With these all ends, our time's been. We'll give one glimpse of these wrongs we lived. Please don't regret these scars we get. We we'd still make them if we began again. Whoa. Whoa, 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 yeah, 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 yeah. Whoa, 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 yeah, yeah, yeah. Hope you guys enjoyed that song. Hope you guys are enjoying the vibe here. Really excited to be playing here. Sounds like NYC, tiny stage. It's a good place to be. Alright, this song is called Still Hanging On. It's off my last record. It's actually the one that ends the record. And so I really enjoy it. This feels like the right environment for this kind of song. If I showed up at your apartment, would I be the kid I was when I last saw it? The same lost, reckless soul, unannounced and knocking on your door. Alone, broken down like I was before. Well, tell me if I'm right back where I started. You know I'm hanging on to all of my old grudges. You always said I'd burn out like a flame. So come on, show me the pain I'm missing. To all my friends that I grew up with, who I don't see anymore. To all those nights when we had no idea what it was that we were living for. Yeah, you know those days are over. We're all just getting older. We're all just getting older and older and older. And I know those years are gone. My dreams, they've been a little bent and bruised, but they're still hanging on. I know you've got a new life now you're living, so I'd be waiting for a ghost to come let me in. Another story I never really knew, but you never really know me now, did you? 'Cause time turns us into lies through and through. And those nights when we were out drinking, I was making bad luck and more bad decisions. I got a steady job now, I'm done with that shit. But I can't blame you if you won't let me in. To all my friends that I grew up with, who I don't see anymore now. To all those nights when we had no idea what it was that we were living for. Yeah, you know those days are over. We're all just getting older. We're all just getting older, older and older. And I know are gone. My dreams, they've been a little bent and bruised, but they're still hanging on. Yeah, still hanging on. They're still hanging on. Yeah. Oh, yeah. They're still hanging on.
So Josh, like, how long have you been in New York City for?
I've been here since 2015 now, yeah.
How do you like it?
I mean, I fucking love it. It's the greatest. There's no other place to live. Once you've lived here as long, I mean, okay, it's just you go somewhere else and it's just it'll never be the same. I also
it
left
ruins
during,
every other fucking city, right?
What's that?
It just ruins every other city.
It does, dude. It really does. Because it's just like, how am I supposed to survive if I can't go get like fucking bucatini at a bodega at 2:15 in the morning?
What is that? Bucatini? What's that?
It's a type of pasta.
Oh, okay. See, I know nothing about like pasta or anything like that.
I think that's a great way to end this conversation then.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
All right.
Last song.
Last song? Cool. You make me meet you at your favorite dive bar. Yeah, one more time. You make me meet you at your favorite dive bar, so I can watch you flirt all night with the bartender. I don't know if what you say is ever true. I've got 1,000 words like knives I'll never say to you. You always said you were a slow burn. Well, now I feel it. A slow burn. Well, now I feel it. Now I feel it. Oh no, I think I gotta go. I gotta leave while I still have some control. Maybe I live a purgatory life. Maybe this is for the crimes I commit all the time. She says you don't know me. I'm just a story in your head. Everyone always tries to turn you into something that you're not. Isn't my fault if you feel you've been misled. You always said you were a slow burn. Well, now I feel it. A slow burn. Well, now I feel it. Now I feel it. I'm on fire. I'm on fire. fire. I'm on fire. You always said you were a slow, but yeah, now I feel it. A slow, but yeah. Well, now I feel it. Now I feel it. I'm on fire. I'm on fire. I'm on fire. I'm on fire.
So this is Daniel from the Great Beyond, just behind the camera. But yeah, dude, Josh, like, amazing performance.
Thank
you
you.
for coming by. And like, so this isn't our first time meeting. Like, you know, we first met like at Pete's Candy Store where like I do sound, you
Yeah.
know, whatever. But like something that I really noticed, especially like in this environment, is just like your like dynamics are like insane. Especially like Jesus, like yeah. I mean, like how did you develop your style? Like what are some of your inspirations and like what was it like for you, kind of like developing your like you know sort of like musical style?
Yeah, lots of trial and error, lots of pain and suffering. Basically, I feel like it was just like a combination of growing up and being really bad at singing and playing in like garage rock bands but without like a microphone in a band and just screaming as loud as you possibly can for like so many years that I think it just slowly over time evolved into like me being able to sing really softly and then switch to singing really loudly, and that just somehow having an effect on people. So that's like my bag of tricks to make people think I'm good at singing.
Yeah, man. I mean, like, so we do host the podcast. Sounds like NYC. And what's really really interesting for me to know is like, how do you feel like the city has changed you like as an artist?
Oh man, I mean so much. It's so hard to even like I just think I was such an idiot before I even moved to New York City, to be honest with you. And it took me probably like 3 years to even understand what the fuck was good in New York. But eventually you catch up. Eventually you find like a scene. You find other musicians. And the thing about Brooklyn versus kind of like where I was coming from before I moved to New York is like it's a lot rougher, the energy. Like it's a lot more punk than I probably would have gravitated towards when I was like younger, which is cool. It's really cool. It definitely like makes me want to just play a little more aggressively than I would otherwise.
Well, that's awesome, man. Thank you so much for coming on to, you know, sounds like NYC Tiny Stage, and looking forward to seeing what else you got coming up.
Yeah, I got an album that will be coming out next year. Probably gonna start releasing those songs early in the year, around January or so. Really, it's really good stuff. I'm really, really excited. Okay, I'm gonna say one story about this, just like to hype it up, because this is like the coolest thing that ever happened to me. I was at this bar that I love, right after I got the masters back on this record, and they were super nice. They let me like play the record there, like late night. They're just like, yeah, whatever, we want to hear it, we'll play it. And so we're playing it. It sounded cool. It's really exciting to hear like at a bar where nobody knows it's me or anything. And about 3 songs in, this guy walks up to the bar. I'm right next to him, and he's just like asking. He's trying to get a hold of the bartender. He's like, "What the fuck is this music? What is going on?" And I'm just like, "Oh, this guy like is probably pissed like the jukebox isn't working or something." And I was like, "You know what do you want to like turn it off? Like what's good? Like you must hate it, right?" And he goes, "No, this is like the coolest shit I've ever heard in like years. I need to know who the fuck this is." And I was like, "It's me." And he just looked at me. He didn't believe me. He looked at me like I had 3 heads. He's like, "No, it's not." I'm like, "Yeah, no, this is literally my record you're listening to right now." It's the coolest thing.
I mean, that's sort of the stuff that only happens in New York City, right?
Yeah. I mean, yeah. There's that whole kind of conflux of all of these different kind of random encounters and stuff that like it's hard to get that somewhere else.
Yeah, I mean, just like, I mean, are you still in contact with that guy? Like, do you
Yeah,
give
dude.
him-
We follow him and I follow him on Instagram. He's like, I can't wait for this record to drop.
Awesome. Look at you. Because if you get one fan, especially in New York City, if you get that one super fan, you know, maybe that could be the start of like having a lot of like super fans.
Yeah, that's what it's about. A guitar player, my guitar player, when I play with a band, he likes to say, you're trying to win over souls at every show. That's the name of the game. You got to win over souls.
Yeah, exactly so. Well, like David was saying, thank you so much again for like doing this, and you sounded great, and I just love the whole dynamics of your performance. It's probably gonna be hell for me to kind of like engineer that, to like edit that and like post, but
I'm so glad I don't have to do any of it.
But regardless, great job tonight, and I'm definitely looking forward. We are definitely looking forward to the album coming up. Do you tell us the name of it at least?
Oh, the name. I do love the name. It's called The Drinks Are Always Free in Purgatory.
That's pretty edgy, but in like a cool way.
I need to get to this purgatory place ASAP.
Yeah, it's called Brooklyn.
True.
Yeah.